Let's talk about our wacky weather. It seems like rain's coming from all directions. Yesterday it was from the west, today it's from the east, tomorrow will be from the east again, and we'll have basically all directions. So what is going on? Well, this is not what I'm going to show you a lava lamp. This is called a cut-off low. And we see this a couple times of the year, though it does make it a lot colder. So this is the 24-hour loop, and you can see why it kind of looks like a lava lamp, right? So the orange is dry air aloft, way up high, and the purple is high-level moisture, basically storms sprouting, and then they leap up high into the atmosphere. So this is earlier today, and then boom, hundreds and hundreds of lightning strikes, even though the dry air is coming in. So let me refresh, and we will get to some of your questions, and we'll also break down some of these weird clouds. So this is, again, the weatherman's woe, the cutoff low. And let's talk about what we had last night. A mesocyclone on the leading edge of the storms, and a lot of you saw the shelf cloud, which just looks absolutely eerie. And we'll talk about the scud too. So you had this rotating column of air, which is kind of running parallel to the ground, and eventually the updraft of a storm punches it up, right? And so that is basically a mesocyclone. Meso is like medium to small size. Cyclone, of course, I think you know what that means. And that's what it looks like, or looked like last night in Carnes. We heard from our buddy Tommy Spencer, who hosts Sunday Tradition, that he saw a wall cloud last night. I got to tell you, it was a little bit surprising that it wasn't on the air, because it looked very nasty. So we were waiting for the warning. This is the overarching system late week, right? And this is the vorticity. Now, this is going to get way too technical and boring, so I don't want that to happen. But basically, it's just a bunch of spin, and the spin cycle just keeps on going. So rather than me going on and on about geeky weather, which you know I could do, let's show you some pictures. So this is that shelf cloud, right? I mean, it kind of, you can see where the name comes from. It looks like something you could put up on that shelf. And then below it, those very jagged, dark clouds, that's what we call scud, S-C-U-D. And with all the rain leading up to this round of storms last night, there was just a ton of moisture. So it's very low level, visible evaporation causing that. And you may have heard this called the mothership cloud, because, well, it looks like the thing from Independence Day. And this is more of that scud on the leading edge. So basically, the storm is coming in, it's scooping up all that moisture, and then you get that updraft right behind it. That's the view from downtown Knoxville, looking towards downtown. I think Leslie sent us that picture. Let's take a look at Douglas Lake Resort from Eric Roddick. And it's pretty crazy, but that's not supposed to look like that. Oh, what did I do? Did I break it? I hope I didn't break it. So, the computer gremlins got us. Let me try that again. This is our buddy Cole Rigg, and he is in our promotions department here at WVLT. And so he got us this time-lapse video. First you see the cars zipping down the neighborhood, and then watch the approaching shelf clouds. So coming in hot in here at the back of the video, and then it just absolutely pours for a while. So I want to get you all the way through this video. I'll stop talking for a second. So that green light you see probably is a hail core that's bending the light. This is in Maynardville. Oh, that's cool. Tyler Spencer sent us that. There's the shelf. There's the scud out ahead of it. There's the dark clouds, and then there's some of that greenish light from a hail core. And let's see, what have I not shown you? I did want to show you that video from Douglas Lake. There it is. So that almost looks like a roll cloud. Anyways, that's a thing of beauty. No severe weather. There's no damage last night. What we did have is a power outage at McGee-Tyson Airport. That's since been resolved again. This is mostly last night. Haven't had any pictures of the shelf clouds today, but again, that vorticity is pretty intense. So let's go back to this and kind of talk more about the ongoing weather. So I want to take you to the threat for very heavy rainfall late tonight in North Carolina and East Tennessee. So this bullseye, if you will, is a level 3 out of 4. That's pretty high end of flooding potential. And even East Tennessee, from Knoxville downtown over to the east, is at a level 2 out of 4. Much of western North Carolina is under a general flood watch. That's what the word aerial means, just general. It's spelled the right way, but it is, that goes till Thursday. So we're going to get a little bit of a break from these bands. And some of you have said, hey, this kind of looks like a hurricane or tropical weather bed. And it does, in that these bands come through, and these bands could have pretty ominous appearances. So there is a ton of lightning, 336. Now, I guess it'll just keep dropping and going up on the loop. But that is heading towards you in Fentress County, out by Pickett State Park and the Cherry Creek Lodge and Grimsley and Jamestown and all that, 127. You are going to have some serious lightning. Raylan says, when it thundered, it scared me. And Gail says, I am over the rain. We almost, in a single day, wiped out our yearly deficit. There's potential that near Friendsville, this is west of Maryville and kind of like a little southwest of the airport, that they may have had 5.6 inches of rain. Got a note from, I believe it was Ruth in Sequoia Hills. They had 4.5 inches of rain just yesterday through early today. So let's see. Chrissy says it is hurricane season, so we're getting rain. So great time to talk about the cutoff low. While this looks, I'm going to go back to this on our scale here. While this kind of looks like tropical weather, this is not tropical weather. This is some other, dang it, I did that again. All right. Trying to control our software with the little phone and stuff. Here is the cutoff low. So I know it looks tropical, but this is not tropical in nature. This is separated from everything else, and so it will spin around us like a top, and that's why the rain will come from all kinds of different directions. But yeah, that is a great question. Are there any good storms coming this way, Jessica asks. So there are a lot more chances in the coming days. Tomorrow, it's a 60% chance, pretty light. And then Thursday could be pretty heavy, up to an inch alone on Thursday and more on Friday. So short answer is absolutely there's some heavy rain, and there's some big thunder rolling into Fentress and Wayne and Scott counties. Let me refresh this again and get through some of your questions. Oh my goodness, we're almost at the top of the hour as Coach V's team takes the field. Now, before I get off here, we do have a little bit of breaking news, and I want to get that to you. So we're having some fun with the weather, right? You know I love that stuff. But a moment of seriousness here. You may have seen this. There is a endangered child alert, and TBI put this out. This is out of Granger County. Law enforcement is looking for Alexandria Zimmer, a 9-month-old. So if you have any information of where this child could be, call 1-800-TBI-FIND. And that's outside of the weather, but I want to let you know about that breaking news coming into the newsroom. So that's a look at East Tennessee's wild weather from the cutoff low, otherwise known as the weatherman's woe, because it can really mess up the forecast. So we've seen this coming. We know that it's going to be a lot cooler than normal, and we know that it's going to be a lot of rain. Could be a drought buster. All right, I'll let you guys check out the Vols game, Go Big Orange, as they take on LSU. We'll get off here on Facebook, because I've got some storms to track.